Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm diving into one of my absolute favorite short stories, The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. I still remember reading this back in my freshman English class. As soon as I found out it was written by Edgar Allan Poe, I got super excited, and he's pretty much the only author I really enjoyed reading in English. After finishing this story and talking about it in class that year, it instantly became, and still is, my favorite short story by Poe. So today, I'm going to give you a quick recap of The Cask of Amontillado. Our story takes place during the Carnival of Venice, a time of mask, celebration, and in this case, some hidden darkness as well, in Italy. It begins with our main character, Montresor, describing how he was insulted by a man named Fortunato. The insult is never actually repeated, but as far as our main character is concerned, Fortunato must be punished for this offense, and Montresor plans to punish him with impunity. I use this phrase specifically because it will become more important later on in the story. As Montresor smiled at Fortunato, he was secretly plotting to kill him and get away with it. He would give Fortunato no reason to suspect that he had any ill will towards him, however, as he would act kind to him publicly despite harboring intense hatred inside of him. Fortunato considers himself an expert on wine, so Montresor hatched a plan around this. During the Carnival of Venice, Fortunato was noticeably drunk, and he was dressed as a court jester. Montresor approaches him and tells him he is in need of the help of someone with expertise on wine, as he just bought a cask of Amontillado, but was unsure if he was swindled by the man who sold it to him, and he naively paid the full Amontillado price as well. He tells Fortunato he was on his way to speak to a man named Lucrezi, who he hoped could authenticate the wine or tell him if it was fake. Fortunato says that Lucrezi can't tell Amontillado from sherry, and says he will authenticate the supposed Amontillado himself. Montresor acts as if he doesn't want to bother Fortunato with the task of authentication, but Fortunato insists, and Montresor takes him up on his offer eventually. And they travel to Montresor's catacombs, then, by torchlight, start walking down. As Fortunato's jester cap jiggled with each step, they descend until it appears that Fortunato has a bit of a coughing fit, and Montresor offers that they go back due to Fortunato's health. Fortunato says he is fine and will continue on, and Montresor offers him some red wine, and he even makes a toast to Fortunato's long life. The two then continue to descend further into the catacombs. They see the Montresor family's coat of arms, which shows a huge human foot stomping on a snake that had its fangs stuck in its heel. The motto of the Montresors, when translated to English, roughly means, "No one provokes me with impunity." As the two descend even further, Montresor gives Fortunato another chance to turn around, but Fortunato again refuses. He then drinks some more red wine and tosses the bottle and makes a gesture that Montresor doesn't understand. This turns out to be a gesture from the Freemasons. When Fortunato asks if Montresor is a Mason, Montresor says he is, then lifts his cloak to show that he was carrying a trowel. Fortunato laughs at this joke, and they continue on to Fortunato's final destination. This is where Fortunato will die, as Montresor binds him with chains to a wall and sarcastically offers him to turn back once again for the final time. Then, Montresor proceeds to use his trowel and mortar and stone to seal Fortunato up inside the catacombs. As Montresor goes to work, Fortunato begs to be released. At one point, he even says that he'll act as if this was just a practical joke if he's released, but Montresor continues, unaffected. The pleas of Fortunato have fallen on deaf ears, and as Montresor is about to lay the last brick, Fortunato goes quiet, and Montresor actually feels sickness in his heart. He quickly dismisses this feeling as being an effect of being in the damp catacombs, and finishes the wall by putting the last brick into place. The story ends with Montresor explaining that no one has disturbed Fortunato's makeshift resting place, and concludes by saying, "May he rest in peace," in Latin. And that was my favorite story by Edgar Allan Poe. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave what you thought about the story in the comments, or what your own personal favorite story by Poe is, because I'm always looking for more content to recap. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.